You open your airline app for a normal summer flight, and the price looks like the plane is stopping at the World Cup final on the way. That's the part people don't see coming. You don't need to care about soccer to pay the price. A simple flight to visit family, attend a meeting, or start a vacation can suddenly get pulled into event-level pressure. Higher demand, crowded hubs, tighter airport systems, and rules that feel very different when too many people hit the same place at once. That's where travelers get caught. They book like it's a normal summer. They pack like it's a normal summer. They leave for the airport like it's a normal summer. Then, the airport reminds them it isn't. And with tournament traffic running through the summer, that mistake can get expensive fast. So before you click the cheapest fare, trust your usual timing, or assume your trip has nothing to do with the World Cup. There are a few travel traps you need to see coming. The first trap hits before you even leave home. It starts when you search a route you've flown before, and the price suddenly looks like it includes a backstage pass. Airlines aren't manually changing every ticket one by one. Their systems are watching demand constantly. When searches rise, seats sell faster, and a city becomes more valuable, prices can move fast. That matters because thousands of fans may be searching the same routes at the same time. Dallas, Miami, New York, New Jersey, Los Angeles, Seattle, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and plenty of other host area airports that suddenly stop feeling normal. Even if you aren't going to a match, you may still be competing with people who are. The airline doesn't care whether you are flying to see a game, visit your mom, attend a meeting, or rescue your cousin from another questionable life decision. To the pricing system, you're all in demand. And demand makes the fare climb. That's how a regular domestic flight can start acting like a holiday weekend. Wait too long, and the only cheap option left may leave at 5:40 a.m., connect through a storm-prone hub, and cost more than the nonstop did last week. So don't treat airfare this summer like a normal guessing game. Start tracking prices early. Set alerts on Google Flights, Hopper, or your airline app. Track more than one airport if you can. Flying into Dallas? Check both DFW and Love Field. Heading to South Florida? Compare Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. If New York is involved, look at JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, and sometimes Philadelphia if the savings are big enough. A slightly longer drive may be cheaper than forcing your way through the most obvious airport. Also, stop searching only for Friday night departures and Sunday returns. That's where everyone piles in. Try Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday morning, or weird midday flights. They may not feel perfect, but neither does paying an extra $400 because your flight accidentally became part of a global event. And when you find a fare that looks reasonable, be careful about waiting too long. In an ordinary travel week, patience can save you money. This time, patience can become a very expensive little experiment. A 45-minute layover may look fine on the booking page. During tournament weeks, it can be a trap. That connection only works if your first plane lands on time. The gate is ready, your next gate is nearby, and the airport is not already backed up from weather, security, or crowds. That is a lot of things to go perfectly in a summer mega event. Major hubs are already under pressure this time of year. Add match-day crowds, international fans, full flights, extra security, and travelers who have never seen that airport before. And small delays become harder to absorb. Take Dallas-Fort Worth as an easy example. It's huge, busy, and built around connections. Even on a normal day, getting from one gate to another can feel like crossing a small city with a boarding pass. In a peak event window, less time than you need can turn into a missed flight before you even realize the clock is gone. And the same logic applies to any big connecting airport. If it has multiple terminals, heavy summer storms, long taxi times, crowded security lanes, or a reputation for gate changes, don't treat a tight layover like a harmless bargain. A summer thunderstorm rolls in, your inbound aircraft arrives late, the gate changes. The airport doesn't need a full meltdown to ruin your connection. It only needs one weak link. So stop booking heroic layovers. If you are connecting through a major hub, aim for at least 2 hours. If you are checking a bag, flying internationally, traveling with kids, or passing through a host city near a match day, 3 hours is more realistic. And on departure day, leave earlier than your usual routine. For the busiest airports near peak event windows, showing up 3 hours before a domestic flight may not be dramatic. It may be insurance. If you are flying internationally or checking luggage, add more cushion. Use every shortcut you can. TSA pre-check, clear, airline apps, mobile boarding passes, live gate alerts, and free reserved security time slots if your airport offers them. Once you clear security, go to the gate first, not the bar, not the snack shop, not the airport store selling a bottle of water like it was aged in a French vineyard. Find the gate, confirm it on the screen. Then relax if you have time. Because inside a packed hub, the airport does not only punish people who are late, it also punishes people who planned like nothing unusual was happening. For international travelers, the issue isn't just a crowded terminal. It's what happens after the plane lands. Passport control may take longer. Customs lines may move slower. If you entered on ESTA or a visa, officers may ask a few more questions about where you are staying, how long you are visiting, or whether your trip connects to an event city. And if you are connecting to a domestic flight after entering the US, that delay matters fast. You may have to clear immigration, collect your checked bag, go through customs, recheck the bag, then pass through TSA again before your next flight. On paper, a 2-hour connection looks comfortable. In a crowded arrival window, it can disappear quickly. That's why international travelers should check official updates 1 or 2 weeks before the trip. Look at your airline alerts, the arrival airport's website, and current entry requirements from government sources. If you are eligible, check before your trip whether mobile passport control is available at your arrival airport. It is not the same as global entry, but it can help eligible travelers use a designated MPC line and move through inspection more efficiently. Also keep printed backups of the basics: hotel address, return flight, visa or ESTA details, and contact information for where you are staying. The goal is to make every checkpoint boring. Clear documents, clear answers, enough connection time that one slow customs line doesn't wreck the rest of your trip. If you are packing a drone for your trip, don't treat it like just another camera. During the World Cup, flying a drone near the wrong area can become a security issue very quickly. The FAA can set up temporary flight restrictions and no drone zones around stadiums, fan events, team base camps, training sites, and other sensitive locations. And these zones may not look obvious when you are standing there. You may just see a park, a parking lot, a skyline, or a crowd of fans. The rule may see restricted airspace. That is where travelers get into trouble. Someone lands in a host city, pulls out a drone for a quick video, and assumes that because they aren't directly over the stadium, they are fine. But around a major event, the restricted area can extend much farther than people expect. And if authorities stop you, "I didn't know" isn't much of a defense. Best case, you lose time and get a serious warning. Worst case, the drone can be confiscated, you can face fines, or your trip can turn into a legal headache you absolutely didn't budget for. So the cleanest move is simple. If you do not truly need the drone, leave it at home. If you need it for work or serious filming, check before every launch. Use the FAA's Before You Fly app, review current flight restrictions, and check local rules near airports, stadiums, fan zones, and downtown event areas. Don't rely on what was legal yesterday, because restrictions can change by date, location, and event schedule. Also, pack it correctly. The drone body is one thing. The batteries are another. Spare lithium batteries generally belong in your carry-on with the terminals protected, not loose in checked luggage. For this trip, the smartest drone shot may be the one you decide not to take. A checked bag is already a small act of faith. You hand it over, watch it disappear behind the belt, and hope the system remembers you both agreed on the same destination. Most days, that works. When airports are this crowded, there are more ways for that promise to get messy. More passengers means more checked bags, more connections, more oversized items, more fan luggage, and more chances for one tag, one cart, or one transfer belt to fall behind. And baggage problems don't always look dramatic. Sometimes your bag isn't lost. It's just sitting in the wrong part of the airport. Sometimes it made the first flight, missed the second, and is now enjoying a quiet afternoon 3 states away. Sometimes it reaches the carousel, But the arrivals hall is so packed that another tired traveler grabs the wrong black suitcase before you even get there. That's the part people underestimate. A busy baggage claim is not just slow, it's messy. Everyone is tired, distracted, checking ride shares, texting family, watching kids, and trying to remember which generic black roller is theirs. So if you can avoid checking a bag, do it. Pack lighter. Use a carry-on and a personal item. Wear bulky shoes. Use compression cubes. Repeat an outfit if you need to. Nobody at your hotel is keeping a spreadsheet of your shirts. If you have to check luggage, stop treating the airline system like your only plan. Put a tracker inside your suitcase. Apple AirTag, Samsung Smart Tag, Tile, whatever works with your phone. Hide it inside the lining or an interior pocket, not clipped outside where it can disappear first. Take a photo of your bag before you check it. Take a photo of the bag tag. Keep the baggage receipt until your suitcase is back in your hand. And make the bag easy to identify. A bright strap, a weird sticker, a luggage cover, anything that keeps another exhausted traveler from walking off with your suitcase because both of you bought the same black roller at Target. Most important, don't check anything you cannot afford to lose for a day or two. Medication, passport, electronics, chargers, keys, one change of clothes, and anything valuable should stay with you. If the bag gets delayed, you want inconvenience, not a full personal crisis. When you land, go straight to baggage claim. Watch the belt, grab your bag as soon as it appears, and check the tag before leaving. The goal isn't to control the entire baggage system. It is to make your suitcase harder to lose, harder for someone else to walk off with, and easier to prove is yours. If you have airline status, don't assume it will carry the whole trip. You may walk into the airport thinking your upgrade has a decent shot. Then the app refreshes, and there you are, number 47 on the list. Same loyalty account, same shiny card, same years of flying that airline. Just a very different crowd competing for the same few seats up front. That is the moment you realize status did not disappear. It just got buried under a plane full of other important people. When flights run full, premium seats disappear fast. Airlines may have more travelers willing to pay cash for the same seats you hope to get with points, miles, or status. And once those seats are sold, loyalty cannot create extra space out of thin air. The lounge can play the same trick. You show up expecting a quiet place to sit, maybe grab a snack, charge your phone, and escape the terminal noise. Instead, the app says the lounge waitlist is 52 minutes and your flight board's in 38. That isn't a perk anymore. That is a countdown timer. So treat status like backup support, not a guarantee. If comfort really matters, check paid upgrade prices early instead of waiting until the gate. If you plan to use a lounge, check access rules and capacity alerts before you leave. And if the main lounge is packed, look for a quieter gate, an independent lounge, or a priority pass option if you have access. Status can still help, just do not make it the only thing standing between you and a miserable travel day. The safest move this summer is simple. Stop giving the airport the benefit of the doubt. Check the price earlier than usual. Add more time than feels necessary. Keep your essentials out of checked luggage. And read the rules before you assume they work the same as your last trip. That little extra margin may be the difference between boarding calmly and becoming the person sprinting through Terminal C with a coffee stain and one shoe untied. Drop a comment with the one airport you would avoid during World Cup travel. I want to see which hub gets roasted the hardest. And if you want more travel tips that help you save money and avoid airport mistakes, stick around for the next video. Until then, may your fare stay low, your layover stay boring, and your suitcase show up when you do.